Hey, what's up, players? WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. I just want to endorse some of my brothers that are doing an outstanding job of podcasts. I'm talking about the first Black Champ podcast, one of the greatest podcasts of all time, and it's growing and growing each and every day. Talking about my man, J.R. Bang and Champ from the Port. Players, you better take a listen to them, and if you don't, I'll have J.R. Bang and Champ put them in a tag team match, and it's going to be a lot of trouble.
Yo, what's the deal? What is happening? Happy Monday. I mean, hey, since Raw happened early this morning, why would you not get a Monday evening pod from your favorite wrestling podcast that talks about wrestling like nobody else in the world? We are far from Australia time, but we are definitely in the M&F mix. So get ready. It's time for the first Black Champ podcast. And it's still me, your podcast, Intercontinental Champion. Hacksaw Slim Duggan on you hoes, tough guy, Camp from the Port.
And now I'm JR banging this thing. Make sure y'all rate, like, subscribe, download to the Barbershop Network, home of First Black Champ Podcast. Follow us on everything, the FBC POD. And I am knocking my mic down. That just shows you what type of show it's going to be today, because it's lit. Y'all already know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ladies that knocked the mic down. You
know what I'm saying? Hey, man, top it off. So, look, we're definitely going to talk about what happened today.
For sure.
But we can't talk about what happened today without discussing where we was at before today, of course, which was Aussie Mania.
Yeah, there we go. Aussie Mania.
Aussie Mania. Aussie Mania, a.k.a. Crown Jewel Perth, happened Saturday morning. It happened right before you started eating your cereal, and it went off right before Superstars was supposed to come on.
Okay, all right. A little history lesson for y'all.
No, little history lesson. If y'all don't know anything about WWF Superstars, then this might not be the pod for you. Because that means that we won't even get into that. What we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. Let's start with something we're going to be talking about a little bit later. Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman defeated Roman Reigns. If you look at what happened today, and you compare that to what happened on Saturday, I don't think nobody's having a better weekend than Bronson Reed.
Facts. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do that in the mic. Pause. But yeah, man, Bronson Reed. This is for me, and I don't know, maybe you can attest to this, because even with this NXT run and then the Tsunami Everybody run, I expected something like this to be happening for him back then. So this is actually really great that, hey, he finally got his receipt. He finally got the payoff for everything he did when he was the North American champion, and when he was just Tsunami the World, and got himself over twice. So yeah, man, it's a great week. Shoot, at this point, it's a great year to be Bronson Reed.
Yeah, in a good match, an Australian street fight. You know what I'm saying? And defeating Roman Reigns rather clean. You know, you could say that you had the Usos come up in there, whatever. That was a clean pin.
I mean, hey, look, it's as clean as any Tribal Chief Championship match.
Which goes to the Tribal Chief, and one of the funniest moments in this Tribal Chief era, when he told the Usos, "I love you, but I don't want to see y'all till Christmas."
That Roman Reigns might have cut the best promo with no mic that I've ever seen. Definitely of the year for sure. But that was, he was like, when he said, I love y'all, but I don't want to see you till Christmas. With that, that was the bar of bars. That was top. Like, I've been gauging everybody's rebuttals and comebacks of the year, and Roman Reigns and Mark Lamont Hill are already in the top 2 for sure. They closing up the year strong. I don't want to see you till Christmas, and I use regular words, and it's tricky to you. Are two. I was like, oh wow, like, that's the next level of calling somebody stupid as hell. I'm like, all right.
And the fact that Thanksgiving is around the corner. I ain't want to see y'all for Thanksgiving. Let's just go.
Yeah, like let's skip all of that.
And sometimes I feel like Roman Reigns. So I don't want to see none of y'all niggas until. Sometimes I'll click. Hey, look. Hey, man, God know my heart. Let's keep moving on. Hey,
for sure.
I know we're going to get into this a little bit later. But when you look at the Bronsons or the Bronze, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how they really took down the OG bloodline with no Seth Rollins help at all.
Yeah.
How much, if you're Paul Levesque, and let's just say I wasn't even thinking about changing shit. How much are you looking at what happened in the first match of the PLE and saying, you know what? We might need to pull this trigger now.
What is the trigger we're pulling?
What ended up happening with the throwing out Seth Rollins of division type shit? Like, if you're looking at how y'all work to have them take down not only the tribal chief, but the Usos too, then possibly break up a family again. If I'm Paul, and it wasn't in the cards of doing what they did earlier today, how much are you looking at that and saying, you know what, maybe I need to pull the trigger on this 2-man power trip type of situation with the Bronze?
You know, I think you have good faith in that, but honestly, to me, the Roman Reigns loss and everything that happened after the match, I think it was the bigger story for the Usos and the bloodline. Like, I kind of like, that's why I wanted to ask, like, what are we pulling the trigger on? Because again, Roman Reigns cut the best non-mic promo I've ever seen. And part of that was not just the Christmas bar, but it was the, hey, this only work one way. This only is gonna work one way. and even in that, you know exactly what he means. And even with that, you see exactly what's happening. It's like, hey, look, y'all was so hell-bent on me not being the champ and me not being a tribal chief, and or what would it be like if you had the belt, or if you had the belt, or if you was on your own and you did this. But now look at us. We in here, ass whooped, L's all weekend, and now what? We family. Also, we're supposed to come together and struggle, but when it's all good, now we gotta be fighting. But now that we on the L's, we gotta take all of our losses together, but the wins, not so much. So I saw that and was like, you know what? Yeah, because I don't care if it is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. 2 men shouldn't be whooping them. not the longest reigning champion of this millennium and the longest reigning WWE tag team champions of all time. It just shouldn't happen that way. But to your other part about pulling the trigger, yeah, I think, for about a month and a half, if you will, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker have proven they don't need Seth Rollins. Hell, that was your point, I think, at the beginning of all of this. if I remember right, you was like, why are they even putting them together? Like, they don't need him. And yeah, hey, listen, all they did was get matching outfits and Paul Heyman. And I'm not sure that was needed. So with that, yeah, pull the trigger on it because it was necessary. You can't find a reason that it was unnecessary. And I like how the faction itself imploded, but still came together as Seth saw it. Because, well, I don't know. Are we getting into what happened at the end of the show? Or are we waiting? Because I'll pause right there.
We gonna pause right there.
All right.
We gonna pause right there, and we gonna get into this a little bit more a little bit later. But we are going to move on to a match that we hit with the Do We Care? But I think we should have. At least I did. Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton for the Crown Jewel Women's Championship. Stephanie Vaquer wins.
Yeah.
On the Raw, she said that she's the first woman in WWE history to win 4 titles in 1 year.
Wow. Damn. Yeah. I forgot she said that. Damn.
I'm like, oh, okay. I did not know.
That's a run.
We should care. This is a run. This is a generational run. If we want to call it that. This is a generational run. If you watched it, how did you like the match? I know we picked the outcome correctly here. But knowing what you just found out, that this woman is the first woman in the WWE to win 4 titles in 1 year. How does that make you look at Stephanie Vaquer differently than you did before, if that was the case?
Man, well, to start off, the match was dope. I mean, I didn't expect a bad match. I just was more concerned about Tiffany Stratton being in matches that we care about. And hey, this is probably one of the few matches of the year that she was in that we, now that we see it, should care about, right? that was been there. That was a thing. And they both delivered. Tiffany Stratton's run, and I'm talking about it like it's coming to an end because that's my guarantee this week. But that was just a moment that I think she needed, whether her title was definitely in the line or not. Defining moments for championship runs are just important. And I think that match was one of those for her, just to show that, like, no, I'm really out here. I really get busy. Don't sum me up or lesser or lessen my value because of that whole Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, just everything with that. And I'm talking about from the cash in till now. But on Stephanie's part, you know, it's I think how she finishes determines how that run is looked at or how this year is looked at. And I say that for this reason, because, you know, the only other person that I can think of off the top of my head that can have a stat like that within a 12-month or 12 to 18th month run is Kurt Angle.
Yep.
Kurt Angle was the European champ, the Intercontinental champ, and the world champion within like 12 to like 18 months or something like that. And man, it could be fluky, you know, or it could be the first flash of greatness. You know, it's much like I mean, hey, look, for a long time, you could be two people. You could be Tatanka, you could be Kurt Angle, right? And do you want to go undefeated for forever, it seems like, and then once you lose, we just don't even care about you anymore? Or do you want to win a bunch of titles and maybe you don't win the big one, but man, are you getting over in such a way that is incredible? And now, granted, Tatanka's career was unfortunately altered because the Ludwig Borga run didn't go quite well. But Stephanie, bringing it back to her, bringing it back to the women's division in general, I mean, she's beaten some names. She's acquired some titles. However, everybody is just kind of just losing matches to her. She's not really developing a character. She already came in the game with something that was already over, I guess you could say, or just like stabled and labeled. So now for me, I'm looking for either the personality or the storyline that says, okay, we should be caring about Stephanie for the next 7, 8, 10 years. Because that's what happened with Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I think this was huge. The fact that that's a stat that you could pull out is one, crazy. It is like Damn, yeah. I think Kurt Angle had maybe the same amount or whatever. To me, it puts her at the top of the card.
Okay.
Like, I know we got Rhea Ripley and we got Tiffany Stratton and we got Bianca Belair and all of those people, right?
Hmm.
But when you do that and you have her beat the blonde haired woman,
Hmm.
like, yo, you I don't know how far you can go
Yeah.
outside of main event WrestleMania
Yeah.
or being high on the card there. So no, I got to give her all the respect in the world on that, because that just shows you how much that the WWE believes in her.
Yeah.
So no, shouts out to her. Um,
True.
let's go to John Cena, AJ Styles. Um, yeah, we was like, yo, it was almost part of the do we care thing, because I feel like the WWE here nigga damned us. But you know what? I'm glad y'all did. Because
Yeah.
the kid in me was like, yo, this is the greatest match ever. The kid in me, the 15-year-old to the 15-year-old bang was looking at this like, yo, y'all just gonna do everybody move?
Right.
And AJ Styles coming in with the old school TNA gear.
Yeah, man.
AJ Styles being announced with what John Cena
Cena wrote
gave
for
to
him.
Alicia Taylor
Yeah.
and everything, and all of the double entendres, the triple entendres, and all of that stuff. And from the time they started till the match ended,
Mhm.
I had no hope. I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was gonna be a good match, but I didn't know what to expect. And quite honestly, it was damn near here nigga damn, because it was a foregone conclusion that
Mhm.
John was gonna win.
For
But
sure.
damn, they gave us a match that was a love letter to wrestling.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Um, I love AJ Styles promo right before the match. What was that, on Raw? I believe it was, because I was like, oh, he felt just like us. He was like, yeah, we don't need no storyline. It's John Cena versus AJ Styles. This gonna slap. I was like, bet. Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm glad you said it, because out of all the here nigga damn moments we could get, that's what we want to see though. When we get it though, it's like, yeah, okay. Hey, look, if we just gonna do it just to do it, then the match got to be that. That's what the match got to be. Like, because literally in that moment of time, speaking to your 15-year-old self, when you see a great match, you don't care. Like, and there's a few moments and times where you can be like, did I really know the storyline, or what was the storyline, or but then you see the match, you're like, do I care? Like, for instance, there was no real storyline for Brett versus Shawn at the Iron Man match. It was just, oh, he won the Royal Rumble and I'm the champ. Oh, okay, bet. That's it. That's all we needed. Even though it was sort of a storyline, do we really remember the storyline that was Rock versus Hogan at 18, or was that 17?
It was
18?
just a passing the torch.
Yeah, the Pass the Torch match. Oh, really? That's what it was? Oh, okay. Cool. Neither one of y'all had the belt, but cool. Okay. Obviously, shoot, Shawn Taker, the streak on the line. If that's the story, then cool. You have at it. But AJ Cena was literally at that. Two guys about to retire, and they look like this. If anything, bang, for me, boy, if I think I got 5 or 10 years left on my career, I'm kind of shaking in my boots. Because it's like, damn, they did that just because. Like, and here I am, maybe in catering, wondering why I don't get no opportunities. Basically. Or, hey, do you want to be carrying cross now? After seeing that, like, and they put you out there with Sami Zayn. Wait, was it the same country? No, it's Saudi Arabia. I'm sorry, we're in Australia. But they put you in a country that was not America, where one of the best workers the business has to offer, with no real storyline, even though that you talked yourself into this match. See, this is what we were talking about early in the year. And this is why people are saying y'all don't care about carrying across, because look what John Cena and AJ Styles did. That is why we all love, watch, appreciate, and respect wrestling. Like, That's the best way I could do it. The best way I could say it. The only other thing that I'll say is that it wasn't until I saw Sister Abigail that I was like, damn, yeah, Bray should have been one of the last opponents, and Bray should have went over. That was it. Other than that, salute to AJ, salute to John Cena. Hey, they 2-2 and they both retiring. We all win.
Yep. And before we move on, not only was that a love letter to professional wrestling, the other part of it too is what that kind of taught me is just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Everything ain't gotta be all glitz and glamour, pops and circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Just shut the fuck up. Let them rock. Let them rock and see what happens. Especially when you have two vets like those two that have never given you a whack match.
Yeah.
Sometimes, man, just shut up and let it play out. And that's exactly what they did. And I, for one, feel like I was a better professional fan afterwards because it was a lot of stuff that you saw in that made you fall in love with wrestling. Like one, I forgot who asked the question in the first Black Champ group, but they was talking about wrestling moves that you did in the 90s. Like what was like them hood wrestling moves? And I had put my cousin Vince, when Bob Backlund started doing the crossface chicken wing, like his big ass used to just run behind you and put your ass in the chicken ring real quick, and your shoulder feel like the shit's about to pop up and that thing pop out. And I was just like, I don't know if it went platinum in the hood, but in the Davis family, it was the goddamn chicken wing. And it hurt, right? It was.
The chicken wing is a classic. That was the fastest rising finisher on every playground or after practice or gym locker room. That's the fastest rising one I've ever seen.
They're like, the figure four, the sharpshooter,
mm-hmm.
The pedigree. I outrageous edge somebody.
Damn, y'all was pedigreeing niggas.
Yeah.
y'all was. Hey, look, we wasn't really trying to hurt nobody. I've never seen the pedigree. I ain't gonna cap. The stunner, diamond cutter, DDT. Yeah, but even the DDT, you kind of like catch him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's how the pedigree was. It's like I ain't gonna kill you, but I'm gonna get you close there. But when we have those conversations about that to me, that's what that John Cena AJ Styles match was. It was, as a kid, how many times you could put a move on somebody and get away with it. Like they was doing moves with Christopher Daniels. They did the Fallen Angel joint, and I was like, all right, we digging into craze here. How many times somebody put somebody in the walls of Jericho?
Hey, right.
And just was excited that you had somebody in the walls of Jericho. Like, that's how I was watching that match. I watched that match as a teenager, wrestling my cousin and being like, yo, let's do this move. Yo, let's do this move. And then you find out that some of those moves actually hurt. Because when I got put in the figure four leg lock, I said, ain't no way wrestling fake.
Facts.
This hurt.
Yeah. Hey, I hurt myself trying to do it one year, so I know it was that. I was like, I did it wrong. I started watching again. I was like, wait, Flair didn't do it. Like, I was like, oh shit, no wonder why it hurt me. I'm like, damn. And then I tried it. I did it the right way. I saw a real tear. I was like, oh shit, my bad.
Boy, the dumbest shit that I ever did wrestling with the homies was turning the figure four around. That shit hurt worse. I said, I'm thinking I'm Sting and shit, Ric Flair. And turned around and was like, yo! Whoa! Whoa! Get me off of this. Like, nah. That was the equivalent of AJ Styles and John Cena.
That's hilarious.
I was watching them place each other in moves, and They were celebrating people that they've all wrestled with, against, and everything. That's how that should be done.
Mm-hmm.
No, y'all talking about Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels, and I get it. It's WrestleMania. But that's how it's done.
No, for sure. Absolutely. You want to answer Bobby's question here? Shout out to him for this. Because I think this is interesting. And I think we might have answered this when the turn first happened, but what your thoughts on that? Because I already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to kind of repeat what I said, actually.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Like, he gone. We know he leaving.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting put over.
Yeah. And if now it's even harder to get put over. I think what it is, man, is just, again, nobody wanted John Cena to turn heel for the retirement. Like that was never in the cards. When he made this announcement damn near a year from his last match, or the match before this one, I'm sorry. It was meant to be on some Cal Ripken shit. It was supposed to be some like, oh, hey, I'm leaving. I'm the Iron Man. Like, hey, I'm one of the greatest to do it the way I did it. And that's what we were expecting. Again, the Rock has just tried to ruin professional wrestling again for the sake of him. I mean, and that's a whole different topic. Everybody is they're here to cheer one last time. That's what this was about. The last time is now. We're here to cheer for the very last time. And even when people were trying to boo, they still ended up cheering. And we saw that. And the shining example of that was St. Louis, where they were like, okay, this ain't working. Like, let's send this off the right way. So, and not for nothing, I say that for my other guarantee. Never mind. Let's keep going.
All right. We are going to move on from the love letter of wrestling, but to Io Sky. Rhea Ripley defeated the Kabuki Warriors. We both got that wrong.
We are Whipway.
Yeah. Like, this should have fell into the Do We Care segment. Now, I cared more today than I did yesterday.
Okay.
Because Asuka slapped the shit out of Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, she slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah. And with that, before we got to the actual PLE, I was like, okay, wait, I want to change my mind. I think Kairi gonna flip. But then that didn't happen. She just like being abused, but she don't want to leave. So, we've seen that story before, right?
Yeah, she's definitely in an abusive relationship. Right?
Yeah, she out here getting Love Is Blind out here.
Yeah, she's definitely in an abusive relationship. But then we move on to what we thought was the crown jewel of Perth. Seth Rollins defeated Cody Rhodes for the crown jewel championship. Very dope match. The Rolex watch paved the way for the win. How did you like the match?
I mean, man, you know what? It's hard to not like Cody versus Seth. This is one of those, and you know what? Honestly, when we look back at it, this millennium, this century, they are producing just better rivalries. Just the rivalries are just better. This, to me, in my mind, is more even than Shawn versus Brett. And that might be, I don't know if that's a reach or not, because the styles don't contrast that much. But I mean, we've seen it through injury, through just maybe surprise to us or none or whoever. Like, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes don't miss, even if we are tired of the characters that they are playing going into it. That's the one thing about Cody Rhodes. And maybe this is why he can be the QB1. Because you know what? For everything that I've done to defecate on his title reign as the undisputed champion, you know what he's never done to me? Mailed it in, and gave me a trash ass match. He just don't. He just don't. So, On the character side, I'm hating. Like I'm hating, you know what I mean? But the flip is though, it's like, man, and not for nothing though. I love the precedent that it set though. I will say this. So let me progress the conversation a little bit. The fact that there was no interference, there was no vision outside, there was no Randy Orton having to appear. Like, I am tired of that. Just as a wrestling fan, trying to watch the main event as advertised, this dude versus this dude, belt or nah, and what happens. So I'm glad we finally got that, because I don't mind objects being used in the match. I don't mind referees being hit. I don't mind turnbuckles being removed, chair shots, sledgehammer, do whatever. But if it's the 1v1 and somebody take the L, I'm decent. We went running crazy the last 4 years, and I'm glad that it looks like we're veering out of that. So to me, that's the best thing that could happen to wrestling moving into 2026. And with those two guys setting the tone for it, I'm absolutely here for it.
Yeah, it takes you back to that 90s when you might have saw a couple of people a couple of times wrestle each other, but it's like, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I know this shit ain't gonna be whack. And it definitely wasn't. It told the story. It had us looking at Seth Rollins like, yo, you're about to lose, and you're about to lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I got questions.
Okay.
And I had questions on Saturday. Because, there was a lot of rumors that was coming out. There was one rumor in particular that Austin Theory was going to cost Cody Rhodes the match, and he was going to be the latest member of Division and stuff.
That's gross.
And he was going to be on the Survivor Series team. There was going to be Division versus like CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Roman Reigns, and like it was a lot of shit that was going on.
Yeah, that was ultra nasty work.
Yeah, ultra nasty. Whoever in the WWE sent everybody off by giving them the information that Austin Theory was going to cost Cody Rhodes the Crown Jewel Championship, and he was going to join Division. That's nasty work. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe with some of the things that happened today, maybe one of the bronze, like, yo, let's bring somebody on. But the way that y'all set it up on Saturday and Friday and Saturday, it's nasty work. Mm-hmm. Which leads us to today. So let me tell you how my morning went, Camp.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, Raw on now. So I'm like 15 minutes in. And I get on Netflix and I'm looking at Raw and I see Brian Breaker when Seth Rollins is talking. I said to myself, oh, Brian ain't feeling this shit. He ain't feeling this at all. I said, something's going to happen tonight. I don't know if it's going to be big, but we're going to get something.
Yeah.
We're going to get something. And all the matches was good. Like, it wasn't no whack match on the card. Yeah. Everything moved. And then they did that promo backstage. Where Seth Rollins congratulated everybody. And he's like, yo, think I finally got everything that I wanted to build my vision to what his company should be. Yeah, can't nothing go wrong now. I said,
yeah.
Something going wrong.
Yep.
Something going wrong. So I'm watching it. I'm watching the triple threat match. CM Punk's win. CM Punk win, I was shocked. I ain't gonna front. I thought it was gonna be LA Knight. Yeah, I thought LA Knight was gonna win. Huh. Yeah, I didn't think they was gonna just give CM Punk another title shot like this. Like this.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I tuned out the match. I'm like, let me just wait for the pin.
I figured. I was kind of tuned out. And I was like, when CM Punk won, I was like, oh.
Yeah. The only thing that surprised me about that match is CM Punk picking up Jey Uso's gold fronts at the end.
Yeah, that was funny. But I'm like, they're not gonna give us this early. Like, this is kind of early, is what I was thinking. So I'm watching it. And I hear Seth Rollins music. I see Brian Breaker running like a dog to spear Jey Uso.
Man.
I was like, yo, they really use him like a rabid pit bull.
Yeah.
He just run and just hit a nigga. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Was that your pit?
Yeah, like, man, go get your dog, fam. So they get in the ring. Everybody gets speared by Braun. Get in the ring. Seth Rollins is posing. And then you see the executive producer.
Yeah.
Paul Levesque. Lee Fitting. And I kept saying, who coming out? Somebody coming out. But who gonna come out?
Yeah.
I'm confused on who gonna come out, but I know it's not over.
Yeah.
And then I see Braun Breaker slowly take his ass to the corner. I was like, nah, they ain't about to do this shit. Wow. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I did not think I was going to mark out at 9:45 in the morning. But, Lord, if I was one of these content creators that be streaming live while they watching Raw, and then they had like them with the split screen, them in the moment, that would have been me. Because, man, I damn near threw my work computer. I said, oh, y'all got me marking out way too early for this. What is going on here? What? And then he looked at Braun Breaker. Hey, you with me or you not with me?
Right.
Figure it out.
Right. Yeah, like up the rip, like right now, though.
Right now.
Because I'm about to rev up.
Boy, and then Bronson Reed looked at him, looked at Seth. She got to splash somebody. All right, bet. And slid him over to do the splash. And let me tell you, that's my favorite splash of all time.
Yeah.
It is now officially my favorite splash of all time.
Mm.
If that was just the epitome of I'm just going to fall on the nigga,
Right.
it is Bronson Reed. He get up there, he don't need to take no time. It's pin news. Like.
Yeah. But stronger.
It's pin news without the yo baby yo. Because if you notice, CM Punk, not CM Punk, pin news. Pin news didn't have a lot of movement in his splash.
No.
He just was like, get up on top rope. Rah.
Pump it up.
Yeah, pump it up. The fact that Bronson Reed get up and then when he's jumping, it's just like make it seem like shit's just more powerful than the goddamn is. So when he does it to Seth Rollins, I said, oh, Lord. Oh, boy. Oh, what are we doing here? I have so many questions.
Mm-hmm.
But let me just say, Kemp be knowing. And Bang be knowing. But this is why I'm going to give it to Kemp first. Because Kemp kept saying, when I was bitching about division and how this shit don't make no sense, what are we doing here? They just got them a name. Kemp says on this show, well, they ain't even got no merch yet, so I don't even know how long this gonna last.
Hey, listen. Hey, that is always the indicator for me. Hey, listen, they was making Judgment Day merch and Edge left. And I was like, wait, but it's over. It's like, oh, no, it's not. Here comes Rhea Ripley. Here comes Damian Priest. I'm like, and here comes Finn Balor. And I'm like, oh, wow. They keep changing. I'm like, they kept making merch and gave them theme music and everything. And they just changed the music. I'm like, wait a minute. So this going to keep going on. And here we are, 3 years later now? Judgment Day is barely, Judgment Day literally ain't how it started at all. They got different music. They got different people. And not even the second wave of people. The only thing they still got is purple and black. That's all they got that still exists from the first time. It's like the Sacramento Kings. It's like, hey, you know what? We're still wearing purple and black, though. So, I mean, I know Mitch Richmond ain't here. I know Paige ain't here no more. Ain't no Vladdy, but hey, got purple and black, though. So yeah.
Yeah, like, that shit happened. And as soon as Raw went off, it was a logo and merch that you get at WWEshop.com.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a name when they started. It took them weeks before they get a name. Nobody had a commercial. Said go to WWEshop.com.
Nope.
Camp from the port said that was a dead giveaway.
Yep.
This shit just ain't gonna be long.
Hey, they got the name, and then Seth got a new chain with his logo. Ain't even no veil. It's just that he got the SR with the gold and the black and the well, maybe it's probably not black. Moist now. He got money, but yeah, all they did. Hey, Seth got a chain for the Vision with his name on it.
Yeah, so dead giveaway to me. I just didn't like this shit. I ain't like this group. I just thought you had two people that could probably whoop Seth's ass that's following Seth. You got one of them that literally did it because he goddamn tsunami'd him like 8 times in one sitting. And he just kept doing it. So I didn't even get this in the first place. I didn't even get the can't beat him, join him aspect of it.
Yeah.
So I am so glad that this version of it is over.
Yeah.
But we've said a couple of things, Kemp. We said a couple of things. I'll go with even one that we've said the last 2 weeks. It makes more sense for Jey Uso to be a part of the Vision than it does anybody else because it's almost like the tribal chief again. We also talked about a 2-man power trip between these two. Paul Heyman just managing them both. But I think we have a number of questions around this group and where this group stands after what happened today, this morning on Raw, when we see Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed destroy Seth Rollins. Because let's look at it in these couple of ways. Seth Rollins is embroiled in a feud with CM Punk. And a very Cold War type feud right now, with Roman Reigns. Talking a whole bunch of shit, but ain't nobody leaning up against nobody's shoulder saying, so what's good? What's up now? What's up now? They ain't even doing that yet. When you add Jey Uso in the equation, when you add LA Knight into the equation, man, it was really Seth Rollins versus the world.
Yeah.
And now Seth Rollins is hurt because the Vision put him down. Now, there's rumors that he hurt his shoulder or his arm when he did that coast-to-coast headbutt to Cody Rhodes. They said he was in a sling, walking around Australia. Don't know if he tore some shit or whatever. But here's why I think all of that is bullshit, even if that's the case. One, y'all did this whole goddamn knee hurting angle a couple of weeks ago, Jack, in order for his knee to be cool, and he cashes in his money in the bank. Two, we talked about Kurt Angle before. We're going to talk about Kurt Angle again. Kurt Angle got hurt. That man had like Luther Reigns and Matt Morgan by his side.
Yeah.
He was still out here. I think it was Matt Morgan. I can't remember. But they was running roughshod, helping out Kurt Angle, while Kurt Angle was out here in the wheelchair and that thing. How come Seth Rollins couldn't do the same?
Well, I think this is where everything that we've said about the Vision before they were even called the Vision comes to play here. You know, because the MVP, I think, and when I say MVP, I mean like literally the most exciting wrestler of this year. If I had to give it to anybody, it's Braun Breaker. And if you look at just month to month, PLE to PLE, Raw and SmackDown, everything in between, Braun Breaker has become the most feared and most electric superstar in the WWE specifically right now. Just between those shows, Raw and SmackDown. He has been the reason why people win matches, lose matches, or get injured. Literally, he got every single box check. He got every single stat. So, for me, this is the natural progression because Braun Breaker, if you notice the dynamic between him and Seth, it went from, yo, this is my guy, this is who's next, to just the crowd being like, nah, he right now. And if you're going to listen to the crowd and you're going to listen to the people and you're going to see what you're doing out here, it's only right that Seth's vision flashes right before his eyes. And what better way than with the spear and putting everybody on notice? It's like, hey, look, hey, not only am I going to spear you, everybody looking, he was like, look, you about to jump down or nah? Like you told me about joining y'all rap group. Like, hey, oh, that's cool, fool. You gonna get down or what? You gonna jump down or what?
I
know?
knew.
Hey,
I knew that was
hey, well,
coming.
you know, hey, listen, that's how you was moving. But I think it's only right because they're well, hold on, let me say it right. Bron Breakker has grown a lot as a superstar this year. And that was the missing piece. Because even remember when you were like, you had question marks even at the call up. It's like, it's not that I don't like dude, but do he really got it to be on this main roster? Can he be a main event guy? I think 2025 is the year that he proved that beyond the match now. He was having the matches, the move set, if you will, all of that was A1. But character development was so important this year. He had the best, worst promo of the year because he caught his mess up by acknowledging that he messed up and saying, "Ooh, I'm so mad I can't even talk." And I was like, "Yo, that's an underrated save." Him and Damian Priest got two great moments of those. But you also just can't hold him back now. If you put everybody just standing 1v1, I would close out this year saying Jey Uso can't beat Bron Breakker, LA Knight can't beat Bron Breakker.
Yeah.
And when CM Punk beats Seth Rollins, CM Punk can't beat Bron Breakker. That's where I'm sitting right now at October 13th. I don't care what happens. There's nothing that you can say to me to close out this fourth quarter wrestling that say any of them can beat Bron Breakker. So now it's time to take him off the leash, take Seth Rollins out the picture, and now let's really see what he can do, because he's propelled himself to a spot that says, nah, if we're doing fatal four ways, we're doing triple threats, this man need to be in those. And stop rotating these three faces that and making us pick CM Punk every time because he keep winning these matches.
I have so many questions based off of everything that I had said to you a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this go for Seth Rollins?
Oh, for me, face turn. Because we didn't. Seth Rollins was not really a heel. He just didn't like Cody Rhodes. And that's over now.
So I guess my biggest question, who is the question mark? Who's more of a question mark in this situation? Especially when we look at who's on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Cody? Excuse me. Who's the question mark? Is it Seth Rollins or is it Roman Reigns? Let's look at both of these wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
We know the history, so we ain't got to go do that.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, both of them lost their duos.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a situation where a friend, what's that? The friend of my friend is an enemy or some shit? What the fuck?
Or enemy of my enemy is a friend.
Yeah, enemy of my enemy is a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Is this an enemy of, whatever that shit is? Is it that? Is it, all right, we going to come together for this like we did before, but don't. Look, we seen Sting befriend Ric Flair so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I remember when he told his ass before World War III, hey, man, if you turn on me, I'm going to kick your ass. And then Ric Flair turned on his ass, and Sting kicked his ass. Like,
Yeah, hey, man, be a man of your word.
right. So when you look at Seth Rollins, who loses Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and you look at Roman Reigns, who told the Usos, I don't want to see y'all till Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Forget Thanksgiving. I don't even want to see y'all till December 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the biggest question going forward for the rest of 2025 going into 2026? Seth or Roman?
I would say biggest question would be Roman, because I think I already know what's going to happen with Seth Rollins. The question for me being Roman, because this tribal chief run, this one with like now I'm with you. Now I hate the music. The superhero, the superhero MV universe music. Fuck this. I like the mafia villain version of the tribal chief music. But it ain't working. Right? Let's just Roman by himself as a face doesn't work. But he is still in the running for being the greatest tweener since Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I'm curious, because the bloodline story is now back on. But what does it look like with every member standing on their own? And who is the opponent, or what is the moment that's going to bring them together and get everybody back in line? So that's why the question for me is on Roman, because I don't think any of this, it has to deal with him at all. I don't think Paul Heyman and the bloodline have to interact for all of 2026. I don't even think it needs to happen with what we are seeing right now. But Seth Rollins, different story.
And see, that's the only thing I don't like about this for now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Roman and Seth might not necessarily be on the same team,
Mm-hmm.
but they're on the same side.
Yep.
And I don't like that. I don't like them two being on the same section.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the club, I want Roman over there, and I want Seth over there, and I want them to be ready to throw a bottle at each other like Drake and Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even see and Bobby, I'm gonna throw this up because I was actually going there.
I was going to say, because no guidance is a slap.
Yeah. Random thought, we all know the roads lead to Roman versus Seth, but what if all is chaos bring them back together? See, I don't want that. I want Roman and Seth to be Hatfield and McCoy's, Cain and Abel, Jesus and the devil, Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears.
There we go.
Michael Jordan, gambling.
Hey, well, at least
Fat nigga and vegetables. I want them two to be that.
okay.
I don't want that. And I ain't even talk about Punk. They are all on the same side. They are all slotted as baby faces right now. So unless you about to tell me that Roman, one way to do this is not mess with nobody but family, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that means you don't like nobody. But that don't mean you ain't no heel. We are in a world where Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk are baby faces. And we ain't even add Cody in this because he's on a whole nother show.
Yeah.
But there's 3 to your matter of fact. I think what you said last week about Cody turning heel, I thought that was a little bit misplaced. And still do.
Yeah.
But there's a caveat to it. It was so misplaced that they did that shit on Raw.
Yep. Yep.
Because now, who's the man? Nothing against Bronson Reed, nothing against Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. This has nothing to do with them two. But right now, your monster heels on the Raw are the Brons.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, my question to you is the WWE making a mistake by putting the top heel role? And when you think about it, it is not just on Raw. This is in the company. Because who's the monster heel on SmackDown with Cody? Drew McIntyre?
By default, but not really. Yeah.
The monster heel in this company, the monster heels, are the Browns with Paul Heyman.
For sure.
Yes, Bronson Reed just destroyed Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in one weekend. This is Chris Jericho effect all over again. I beat The Rock and Stone Cold in one weekend or whatever that was to get the Undisputed Championship. Ain't no title. And let's just say, for instance, Seth Rollins is hurt. He's going to be out for a certain amount of time. Who are you putting them two up against? CM Punk?
Yeah, unfortunately. Because that's what Luke's on.
Is that a mistake? Is the WWE making a mistake by breaking up or removing Seth Rollins, injury or not, from division, knowing that you got CM Punk and Roman Reigns over there slated as baby faces? No, because again, I'll say it. The only way I know how to say it is to say it just like this. Seth Rollins is not a heel to me. He's just real enough to say that, oh, I don't like them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Raven character when he had the flock. Was Raven truly a heel? Or did he just not like corporate wrestling? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, he was like, you know what? I'm in the front row with everybody, and this is some bullshit. That don't make him a heel. He just don't like the fact that y'all hired Disco Inferno. He don't like that Sting is always getting the title shot. And I don't care if he changed his face paint and grew his hair. Why he get the title shot? Not me. Like, what the fuck? I can wrestle. I'm hard. Like, I'm cold as hell. Why y'all not giving me an opportunity? Seth Rollins wasn't a heel. He was just like, oh, y'all hired this nigga again? Oh, fuck. Now I gotta beat his ass. And now we're talking about Cody Rhodes. See, look. So he can't beat Cody. He 0-2. Oh, y'all hired this nigga? This is CM Punk. He's like, yo, I fucking hate these guys. And I'm a heel because I don't like my coworkers. Man, fuck these punks. Like, I don't want to be here with them. I want to work with them. I don't care what they do. I want to work with them. Roman Reigns is a heel. To me, Roman Reigns is a heel, but he's trying to get his get back. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, technically, like, look, he won the tribal chief match, but we don't like Solo like that. That wouldn't like the that just we didn't like it. Like, we didn't like how Roman Reigns treated people. Like, that's what makes you a heel. Like, yo, we watched him disrespect his cousin. He disrespect the wise man, slapping shit out of the white Canadians. He was doing everything. Like, he was doing the absolute most.
Like everything Roman Reigns did was making him a heel, and now he just back to be like, no, you can't take my like title. But the fact that he's getting beat up by Bronson Reed is what's making him a face. You put him with anybody else, he's a heel again. Cody Rhodes acknowledging he the QB1. That's the most heel shit ever you can do to me.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, wait, hold up. So now what Michael Cole say, just law. Okay, bet. He's like, you know, yeah, I am the QB1, bitch. Like, yeah, that's why. And you can't beat me. Like, and you never beat me. Like, that's everything that Cody Rhodes was doing. Everything that he's done post Kevin Owens has been heel shit to me. Everything.
Yeah,
So,
look. Ain't nothing you said wrong. Let me first say that ain't nothing you said wrong. It's just when you put them niggas on the board, you got them 3 and you got them 2.
Yeah.
So somebody got to be turning heel.
For sure.
So I ask you, it can't be Seth because he just got beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Who's more likely to turn heel? CM Punk? Or is it Roman Reigns going back?
I definitely got Roman Reigns. I got like a series sort of guarantees based on everything that's happened over the weekend and this morning.
So let me drop my one.
Okay.
So I only got one.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm just saying I'm going to put this as a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk will turn heel and go back with the homie Paul Heyman.
Interesting.
So CM Punk will take the place, and AJ will take the place of Becky and Seth in division.
Wow.
Paul Heyman would apologize to his best friend, his best friend's wife. His best friend will also say that he tried to do this on his own. And yeah, he did a great job, but he know what this place is. And I am better fit to lead the new vision of the WWE. I don't think they get away from CM Punk and Seth Rollins at all. In fact, I think they enhance this shit. Oh, you gonna take your friend back and you gonna dump me and my wife to the side? I think that when it is all said and done, they reveal a mask, and CM Punk was behind this the whole entire time, starting with SummerSlam.
Wow. The intricacy of that, I like it. But but like this ain't really a guarantee. I just got CM Punk beating Seth Rollins clean. Because finally, and for the title. That's it. And I think that because even the backstage rumors is like, yo, they ain't even like enemies no more, like in real life. So I definitely do have Punk beating Seth Rollins for the title whenever that opportunity comes. But yeah, I mean, I think he just flat out loses the 1v1, and flat out losing the 1v1 for Seth always works in his favor because now he can be recognized as the flamboyant face that he's just excelling at. My actual guarantee, well, one of the layers of my guarantee is I got Braun Breaker leading this faction, whatever it is or whatever it comes to be. But at the same time, I think now it's more about Heyman and who he adds to the to it. But I think this is all a hostile plot to get Braun Breaker to WrestleMania. Night 1. Can't lie. That's the biggest piece of this. My guarantee that today set the tone for Braun Breaker to be main eventing night one of WrestleMania. And I know that's a big ask with the names that just exist in the wrestling ecosystem right now. That's a big ask. But right now, you can't tell me that A, Braun Breaker can't win the Royal Rumble, whether he's 1 or 30. And you also can't tell me that B, he can't win the World Heavyweight title between now and Elimination Chamber. There is absolutely nothing that Braun Breaker can't do right now that tells me that he's not going to main event night one of WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck who is on the other side of that match. I don't care. It does not matter. It should be whoever versus Braun Breaker for the World Heavyweight title. I'll say that because I don't think it's WWE Championship yet, but it's absolutely World Heavyweight title vibes all day.
Well, look, this is really going to be interesting these next couple of months. Even as we get to Survivor Series World War Games. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question before we close out. Because it looks like we got all of our guarantees out. Mm-hmm. So let's say, for instance, Seth Rollins is hurt for real.
Yeah.
Let's say he's legit hurt, and this is a way to get him off TV. That means that either we're vacating the title or they're going to get the title off of him by dropping it to somebody. You got CM Punk, who's the number one contender. Mm-hmm. How would you determine who would be the next World Heavyweight Champion if Seth Rollins is out? War Games? Or are we doing some type of tournament or CM Punk versus somebody?
Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie to you. This is one of the rare times where I'd be like, just give the title to Punk. Just give it to him. He's number one contender. He got screwed over and injured the last 2 years. Give him the belt. Because you know what? I think if that happens, he can have a good run until that last Saturday night's main event of the year, where Braun Breaker take that title off his ass. That's what I believe. Like, give it to him. Because it's Braun Breaker's title no matter what by the time we get to 26. So, John Cena, his last opponent, awesome. But to kick off this show, CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, Saturday night's main event, and he literally run through his ass. And done. It's like, oh my God, the vision is true. Braun Breaker is the World Heavyweight Champion. Puts CM Punk down, Seth Rollins on the shelf. Shoot, again, he can beat Jey Uso. He can beat LA Knight. Roman Reigns, hey, we'll see. Because guarantee number 2 or 1A, whatever you're saying, I think the most compelling storyline of next year will be the one of how we're better together than we are apart. I think that Roman Reigns, Jey, and Jimmy Uso, and even Solo, we're gonna throw Solo in the mix too. I think they all begin to flounder and look like afterthoughts until they be like, look, man, was it really that bad? Was it really that bad? And they come back together. And now I don't think the Bloodline 1,000-day championship run is ever going to be together again like that. But I do believe that they get back together and Roman runs that route one more time until he retires. That's what I think is happening with that.
So I'm cool with everything that you said. It actually makes me even more settled on the fact that I believe that CM Punk will be the new leader of the division.
Mm.
It's not that I don't think that Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed are ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're probably more headed to Bronson Reed versus Brock Lesnar
Mm.
than anything.
Okay.
And Bronson Reed is the henchman.
Yeah.
He's the big dude that whoops your ass. He's Sid Vicious of the Four Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
But you need a voice. You need a talker. And you need somebody that has history where everybody they going to be messing with. I don't think now is the time to go extra young and groom up.
Mm.
It's put something around that person and then let the Batista and the Randy Orton come out.
Mm.
That's why I'm going to stay with my guarantee that CM Punk will be the leader. You have to move one of those three away from being a face.
Question for you, though. Why does CM Punk being with the Vision hit harder than Seth Rollins for you?
Because I believe CM Punk more as a heel than Seth Rollins without other people, without an authority figure.
Fair.
See,
Straight Edge Society Punk is my favorite Punk. So
yeah, you could just flat out don't like CM Punk. He will give you every reason not to like him.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins will give you every reason to like him.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns is a cool heel.
Yeah.
He's just a cool heel. But CM Punk will give you every reason not to like him. And us cheering your ass ever since your ass got back to celebrate you getting main event at WrestleMania, but you getting jagged by your homie, pause, only for you to reconnect with the homie and do Seth Rollins dirty and still align with these two here, these three.
Yeah.
That'll make people hate CM Punk again. Because we liked you when you was away from all that. We liked you when you felt like you was grooming the future of the business in a good way. You go start kicking it with the Steiner kid and Vader Jr. We just loved you with the whole AJ Lee thing. No. CM Punk, perfect time to be extra bad.
Okay.
But one of those three, look, one of those three can't be a heel by next week.
For sure.
I don't give a damn if Roman Reigns disappears until Christmas.
Hey.
One of those three can't be a heel by next week.
Yeah.
Well, look, this was a great show. I'm so glad that everything happened the way it happened yesterday in order for us not to record.
Yeah.
Because to wake up this morning and watch wrestling like it's WCW main event on Sunday, only to see one of the best swerves in the WWE in this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the swerve involving Seth Rollins, where he's normally the swerver.
Yeah, for sure.
Call sure. Bitch, right? This was great. So we thank you all for joining in. Before I get out of here, we do got football that's going on. We got the Atlanta Falcons going up against the Buffalo Bills, the 4-1 Buffalo Bills versus the 2-2 Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons are currently up 7-0. A Tyler Algier touchdown. He's not in my parlay, ladies and gentlemen, but just scored a touchdown. And then we have the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders a year after the Hail Mary So I'm going to grab a Stella. I'm going to grab some edibles and continue to work while I'm watching the Bears win. And I might give me a taco. That's messed up saying I might eat.
Hey, I mean, it's
eat
just going to hit harder if you eat after. So,
I know.
you know what I'm saying? And hey, in case you guys were wondering, yes, Nashville is in celebration because the Titans head coach has been fired. So hey, look, now, do they know who they want? No, they just glad that he ain't. So we'll see next time. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know they said that there's a stat out there that says that the first round pick, the last four first round picks that are quarterbacks all fired their head coach in season.
Dang. Yikes. Listen, I gotta talk to the homegirl Robin because I know she's happy about this, but also I gotta ask her. I was like, so man, still want to get rid of Calvin Ridley since the coach going too? Because she hate dude. And she was like, yo, he can't catch. He trash. I was like, hey, well, look, we making changes.
Want to make some bets again so he could get suspended.
Hey, right. There's that. So, man, hey, but listen, we appreciate y'all, man. First Black Champ podcast wouldn't be what it is without all of y'all. So we sincerely and humbly thank you for doing that. Everything that you contribute to this show matters, and we care. Thank you for being a part of this community. You make it rock. You make it special. And we thank you, man. And just always know that if you ever want to talk wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast, man. It is the pick and the VP DOC. We are out. Fuck Johnny Wrestling.